Alrighty. Hey folks. Recording another video today. More like testing, I guess, related stuff. So I recently discovered something. This second line of Dark Knight of the Champion boosts attack power of added affinity attacks. I didn't realize this, but I guess it's because of the inclusion of the word added there. I thought this only buffed like weapon buffs, right? So like, you know, you got a weapon, you put lightning grease on it, that gives you 30 damage. And this is a 10% buff, by the way. It's been data mined already and tested. I thought it would just make it 33, right? What it actually does is it just makes all your affinity attacks 10% better. So if your weapon deals, you know, half physical, half lightning, the half that's lightning gets a 10% boost, which works out to a 5% boost, obviously. And so I want to show, or at least kind of like test, I have kind of redone all of my Relic builds, specifically the Chalice option for basically all of my characters. And what I've done is I've made a build where 2 of my Relic slots are just, you know, relics, guaranteed relics that I'm going to use. And then one of them is just a relic that I use to switch my damage type, right? So right now it's lightning damage, but if I needed fire damage, I'd go down and get the Knight of the Beast, right? Because it deals fire damage. Or I would go magic damage, I would go get this Delicate Drizzly Scene. This is a guaranteed relic, by the way. It's in the starting shop. You can get it like literally as soon as you start the game. Or I could put like, you know, Sacred Blade on here. But the idea here is that because this last slot is universal, even though this relic that I've got right here, this lightning damage relic, is not a guaranteed relic, because this last slot is universal, you can literally put any relic here. So you just put whatever damage type you need, right? So if the boss is weak to Holy, and let's say I don't have any random Holy relics, I put on the Edge of Order, right? Obviously 2 of these are totally worthless for Guardian, right? Improved bow attack power does nothing, and one of these is specific to Iron Eye. But that last line, starting armament deals holy damage, still works. And so my thinking is that even though this is not a guaranteed relic, and I don't generally like showing off builds with non-guaranteed relics, my thinking is that because this is using Guardian's Chalice, and because I'm using a relic that just has lightning damage on it, and obviously the second line is a lightning attack power up, but imagine that's not there, right? This should be accessible to basically everybody, right? Like everybody should be able to make a relic build that looks like the one I have here. Because all you need is any lightning damage relic. And it could even be lightning slash if you wanted. And I just want to test how this is going to do, because Fulgore is weak to lightning, right? And I've had kind of mixed results looking for lightning weapons over the course of the run. So I want to see like what happens if I just run the starting halberd with lightning damage. And so you know, I figured I'd record that and kind of see where it goes. Okay, this is not a seed that I'm familiar with. If you don't know, there's a specific number of seeds in the game for everything. I want to hit that up. So obviously we don't have improved skill duration. We have the default fling enemies up into the air type skill. I'm just going to two-hand because we really don't need to block against a bunch of units that won't even hit us. And we're just going to pop these open, grab whatever we find. I hear what's it called? A scarab over there, so I'm gonna grab these and then make my way over. Oh wow, I actually did not know that Guardian's running heavy was a 2-hit. Flame Drake Talisman, largely worthless, but I mean, we may as well take it because we don't have any other talismans. Improved attack power with two-handing, sure. Improved charge sorceries on the Lucerne. If this was a lightning Lucerne, I might actually keep that, but I think I'm gonna dump it. Improved attack power, improved charge attacks. What's the boss over here? BBK. All right, we're not going to BBK. Don't want anything to do with that. I should have leveled. I'm just now realizing I am indeed level 1. Okay, but that's okay because we're Guardian and Guardian is tanky, even at level 1. That was very sloppy of me. Should have been watching this again. Okay, there we go. And we just clean up these last few dudes. And, he didn't die. That's actually quite amusing. Both of these suck, but at least one of those is an improvement on my current situation. Grab that. Poison produces a mist of poison. If you don't know, by the way, those effects happen when those things trigger on you. So, like, poison produces a mist of poison is like you get poisoned and you produce a mist of poison around you, which is fairly amusing, but largely worthless, because there are basically 0 ways to use that to your benefit. Like, you could, if you get one, I think there's not one for bleed, which is tragic, because I think that's the only one you can actually self-inflict reliably, which is, you know, Seppuku does that. But there is one for madness produces a flame of frenzy, but you have to find that, and you have to be running Night of the Demon, which is the only way to self-inflict madness. Okay, there we go. Come on. As usual, Guardian being completely broken. Because we can just keep hitting this hard counter over and over again, and there's absolutely nothing the Bloodhound Knight can do. Except for maybe that. I could have just killed him there, but we're actually going to take the Rune of the Strong for the simple fact that I'm going to go down here to this this guy, special merchant guy, and I'm going to look at what he has available because that's strong. So he has a fingerprint stone shield. That's actually really fucking good. I will grab this and make my escape. So I don't want to hit the other mines because the other ones are a little more annoying to deal with than this one. So I'm just gonna kill the guy in here instead. Why is he up here? Hello? Incredibly bizarre sort of spawn location for him. And yes, I did just skip over a Golem's halberd, but for those of you who are perhaps not aware, that is not a halberd. That is actually a colossal weapon, because FromSoft is physically incapable, it seems, of naming their weapons things that make sense. So, Grafted Scion, we don't have the time to kill, tragically, I think. I don't know if we can kill him. Yeah, no, we can't. Because the circle's beyond... The circle is beyond here, and this is beyond his aggro range. We'll get him next time, boys. We'll get him next time. Do I hear... I do not. So I want to check up here real fast. For no treasure chest. Bro, tragedy. I want to try if this actually works. It does not, and that's really sad. Hey, big guy. Come here. Here's a fun tech for those of you who don't know. These statues always contain goodies, and you can crack them open with certain abilities, or come on, a little bit faster, please. There we go. Because he's standing in water, I'm going to use the lightning one. And then we're going to get some juicy boiled crab out of this, which is good. And then when I crack this open, I should get a smithing stone 1, which I'll drop my kukris for, and then Black Flame's protection better than poison produces a mist of poison, that's for sure. I'm probably not going to use it, but you know, you never know when it comes to these things. So we're just going to upgrade the fuck out of that, and then take a look at what this guy has. He has Gilded Great Shield, improved lightning attack power. You know, I'm gonna take the Gilded Great Shield. I'm just gonna do that. Nobody in the courtyard? It's trolls. Of course it's trolls. It's always trolls. And we killed the jellyfish because I'm very young, and I just realized that if one of these jellyfish drops a jellyfish shield, I should not have bought the skill in Great Shield. But you know, I guess 9% lightning attack power is not terrible. Even if we didn't get a jellyfish shield, that's fine by me. Just means that I'm never punished. I don't know why that guy is dead. I'm just gonna do this actually. We're just gonna use this opportunity to heal. attack, reduce skill FP costs. I mean, better than that, that's for sure. Raiders Great Axe, Smithing Stone 2, I'll take. Another Smithing Stone 2, goodness. The Raider's Grief, successful guarding up's damage negation is better than this. So I'm gonna take that. So that's a really lucky find for a couple of reasons. The first one is the 2 Smithing Stone 2s allows me to do some shenanigans. Dagger Talisman. Yeah, it was like the Dagger Talisman. The 2 Smithing Stone 2s are actually like very, very strong because that allows me to get an upgraded Great Shield, which is fantastic. But also, if I find another weapon I want to upgrade, something to use against, you know, non-bosses maybe, I can do that. Or if I find another lightning or, you know, something along those lines, like now I have an option to do that. Now, admittedly, it is going to be sitting here eating a hole in my pocket until I use it, so that's a little unfortunate. But you know, we play the cards we're dealt, right? We play the that's not it. There it is. And now maybe I go up here and I find something that I want to use. And, you know, life is good. We'll see. Well, it's better than the Flame Drake Talisman, actually. So I'll give it that. So this is pretty nice. Magma Guillotine. I'll admit the Raider's Grief is also pretty worth. This is a kind of whatever Sword Spear. Could honestly just dump this. Improved ranged weapon attacks is not going to do anything. Oh, joy! It's either Wormface or Gaping Dragon, and whichever one it is, I am not happy to see that. Wormface is a miserable fucking fight with Guardian, and Gaping Dragon is just such a pain in the ass the way it moves around. Why am I not just... It's not like they're gonna do anything but block. Like, Gaping Dragon? Gaping Dragon. Okay. Sit. This is a rather miserable experience. Okay, there we fucking go. Finally. Okay, and we're gonna get a crit too. Or we're not, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the crit animation will not trigger if you press R1 while sprinting, so you have to kind of... think about that. Excuse me, Mr. Gaming Dragon, could you move your fucking body out of the way? Not what I meant. You know, my understanding of the lore is that Gaping Dragon looks this way because it's like it had to evolve this way to basically feed off of the meager scraps of whatever was coming out of the abyss or something like that. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I played DS1 and I never owned the game. I've been at a friend's house. But surely this is not the most efficient way to extract nutrition from the abyss, right? Like, surely there's got to be something at least a little better than having a mouth the size of your whole body. That just seems... I will take improved thrusting counterattacks, even though we are unlikely to actually trigger that. St. Trina's Torch with improved critical hits. What I'll do is I'll just do this. I'll just have 2 torches. Go here. Useless. Why is it always like this? Hello? Okay, there we go. Very strange. I was hitting Y there, and it didn't go. Anything here that's worth? I mean, I'll pop this now. Pop this now. If I get another one, I guess I'll keep that. I'm gonna hit up this Everjail, then I'm gonna drop down and take on that boss, whoever the fuck it is. Maybe hit Central Castle later. I don't know, it's a little strange. We're in a bit of a weird spot, being relatively high level, but like not super high level. Just, you know, the Guardian special. Just walk up to them with your shield up, and if they attack you, guard counter. If they don't attack you, poke them. What's embarrassing is that I've actually died as Guardian quite a few times because I just got overconfident in my own stamina. Like I'm doing right now, you know, where I'm spamming attacks and trying to dodge away from her, and my HP is actually, for like the first time in this fight, low. Affinity damage negation is better than 10,000 runes at this point, I think, like level 9. We'd rather have the affinity damage negation. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, I should not have gotten rid of that fire sword spear, huh? Oh, I should press that earlier. somehow I dodged that. That was way too early. And I should not have been able to pull that off. We did. And we're gonna kill the Illusory Tree Spirit. That's a pretty big W. I'll take the FP restoration on some of these attacks. I do not need holy damage at all. That is very useless against Fuldor. We are fighting Fuldor, right? Please tell me. Yeah, okay, thank God. Whew. For a second there, I was worried that I had almost borked up the entire premise of this run, but nope. We're okay. We're chilling. We're fine. Here's Scarab. Maybe I'm just hearing things. The Misbegotten camp is probably not worth our time at the moment. What I will do is head back to Central Castle. Upgrade this Great Shield for sure. And then I'll probably keep this Smithing Stone too in case I find another Lightning Halberd with like a passive. Because that'll be quite strong. You know. I hate these stomps because they always feel like they come out so much faster than their animation implies. No. It's summarily terrible. I'm gonna go over here and we already have that's a wall. Flask HP restoration. Fantastic. Excuse me, sir. I have things to kill. Let's see who's up here. You know, it's really funny that these have a guard boost, even though you can't guard with them. Like, they don't show the damage, they show the guard boost, even though it is a weapon that you are not allowed to guard with. That guard counter was greedy of me. Oh well. Good deathless idea. We are level 10. I should just run up there, grab the runes, and level before I go fight her again. Oh well. Never mind. Guess we're not fighting her again. I'm just gonna go up there. Oh well, I guess we all got caught up in our little mental prisons from time to time. So we're under leveled. That is a little sad. I was hoping that I could actually beat all the way to the castle, but things have to be a little slower with Guardian around, and I unfortunately did not manage to do that. Did not manage to get around that fact. So we're just gonna have to live with it, I suppose. Well, at least we're not wasting a stone sword key. That's good. Level 11 and some change is fine. Oh, Jesus. It's always this fucking guy, you know? It's always fucking nameless king, I'll tell you what. Okay, alright, so I pressed that button a little too late. Good. That's an easy one. The head comes down low, and hitting dragons in the head comes off classic, you know. Now that is horseshit. So much easier with it. Whenever I try and fight this guy with Executor, I always just get, you know, fucking body. By that, specifically. And that. That's evil. And that's fast. There we go. All right, okay, cool. Oh. Improved physical damage negation just makes our flasks go far longer. I just want to point out, I think it is absolutely evil that Fulgore has Nameless King as a possible boss, because that guy is so supremely resistant to lightning. And Fulgore's whole shtick is, you know, being super weak to lightning. Alright, level 13. This is about where I end most of my runs, if I'm being 100% honest with you here. I'll keep that, why not? You didn't end up needing, well, I'll keep it just so that when it shows up in the post game, people will know that I had an extra smithing stone and nothing to do with it. New skill FP, fast Razor's Grief. Yeah. I think it's completely evil, you know. You do absolutely no lightning damage to the Nameless King, and his moveset is just not as well telegraphed. breaks both on the one ability that he actually needed to stand speed on. We're not gonna do the money beam here and try and block the nuke. We're just gonna do that. Oh no! I hate this attack. Little too early. That last timing is just so brutal. And again. Somehow that hit him midair. That's kind of that was actually a little bit early. If I didn't run under him there, I probably would have. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we actually did block that. That's pretty great. I guess. So much. Yeah, so obviously not hitless and definitely not deathless, but I think as a showcase of my theory here, it's a pretty good showcase, you know? Obviously, Witch's Brooch, fantastic relic, and Dark Knight of the Champion is just a fantastic thing to have whenever you have a weapon that doesn't deal pure physical damage, apparently, because there was a period of time there where I thought it was a bad relic, right? Because I was like, oh man, another starting armament deals lightning damage, huh? Thought it was a bad armament because, or bad relic because, you know, it would only buff like added affinity attacks. But now that I know it buffs like all affinity attacks, it's like, well, all of a sudden, See, this is very funny here, right? Grand Luminous Scene with changes compatible armament skill to lightning slash. Starting armament deals magic damage. That's very funny. Crystal Dart. Oh, fun fact, by the way. Added affinity attack bonus from Knight of the Lord, Dark Knight of the Champion, and the Golden Dew. They actually apply for reasons unknown to pots, so holy water pots, crystal darts, and the Wraith Calling Bell. So if you've ever wanted to maximize the damage of the Wraith Calling Bell, now you know how to do it. Yeah, a little bit funny, isn't it? This is a really amusing... Relics like this are always amusing to me because even though this is just atrocious, I would like to believe that one day we live in a world where this is okay. You know. But oh well. We'll just, we'll deal. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I appreciate it immensely. Have a good one. And looking forward to Noster, Everdark Noster this, well, Thursday technically in my time, but, you know, it'll be like super early in the morning, so probably won't get to it until after all of the content creators have done their thing. But I'm looking forward to helping some people with it. Should be a fun time. And for Everdark Noster, obviously, I would just change this build by running Knight of the Beast, right? Because fire damage. Anyway, goodbye.